Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this moment. It is Mayegun brunch time live. Thank you so much, Milady. Ada Zion. Thanks for joining us. Read the caption of the broadcast as usual. That's what you should do first. Read what is this going to be about, all about. Then read the description as well. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Mayegun today, just like that. It is going to always be one scandal after the other. You will chop scandal. You will shop. You will shop shaggy. Where you have Tifnumbu, the Jaga Adit, the Jaga Banditi. There is another one. The House of Representatives of Nigeria versus the Women Affairs Minister. It's all about money. Missing money. He's back in the news. Negative reasons again. Now she's saying that she's ready to die, but she will not die alone. She will die with those who have been trolling her. Allah, since yesterday. She arrested somebody who they kind of abused themselves online. Toyin, after a few days, called on the useless Nigeria police to pick up a young man. They had exchanges on social media. When they didn't find the young man, they arrested his mom. Now, Tony says the people were paid to attack her. People were paid to kill her. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are joining us today. It is the brunch time with Mayegun, and we're just going to kind of start with the viral video, which is like the viral exchanges between the members of the Nigerian House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs. So they had this chat with Uju Kennedy. Remember, she's the one that objected to the Niger State government marrying off, Niger State speaker marrying off over 200 orphans. Yeah, the children of those killed by terrorists. So as a means of survival or something, or empowerment. So the speaker decided to sponsor 200 and something wedding that the communities were organizing, marry them off. And that was when Uju Kennedy sort of made the news as the Minister of Women Affairs, Minister for Women Affairs. That's impossible. We'll never allow underage marriage. Anyway, the Islamic Sharia North, they went after her. And guess what happened? The reason why you didn't hear anything about that anymore was that you had to go and apologize to the clerics. I'm sorry. Not only that, he also gave money in support of the wedding. And that's why you didn't hear much about it anymore. Now, that same Uju Kennedy is now being accused of diverting the money allocated to her ministry while she's running a one-man, two-man show. The exchanges has made it to the social media. It's about money. Now, listen to me, kind of watch the women, the lawmakers, and the minister, and the exchange or exchanges.
Appropriated for 2023 from the Accountant General's office. Was it released to the account of the Ministry of Women Affairs? Yes or no?
Honorable Minister and your team, Mr. DFA, I'm at a loss because fortunately I attended the last meeting, and one of the reasons why we took you on oath was to get the truth from you, and today you have deviated. You have deviated because you did say, yes, there was release of money, and you take instruction from principal. And there and then, I confronted permanent secretary. He said he was not in the known. And I still making my statement that you are running the ministry with your minister. Both of you will be
I take exception to this. Please don't interrupt, honorable member. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt, honorable member. Please let her finish.
I am not
stop interrupting, honorable member.
She should
honorable minister, calm down. Honorable minister, calm down. Honorable minister, calm down.
Repeating what I said. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. You did say it's what they approved to you. I said, Mr. Pamsek, what happened? You are not in the known. I said, look, I was twice commissioner in my state, and the accounting officer is the permanent secretary. Please, you people should work with the permanent secretary. Didn't I say so, Mr. DFA? I am still saying it because from the revelations, what's coming out is one-man show. One-man show you people are doing, two-man show.
Can I talk to you?
We will call you when you have to call. Just calm down. Don't worry, you will talk. You will have your time. You will have your time. Honorable Minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Yes, no fairness here. It's a trap. It's a trap, but I'm not going to jump into it.
Thank you, Chairperson.
I will not jump into the trap.
Please, Honorable Minister,
I fear nothing. I've stolen nothing.
Honorable Minister, you will have your time to talk.
Tampered with anything. That's why I not fear anybody. I'm not
Honorable
fearing.
Minister, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Minister, we are working with records. We are working with records. We are working with records.
On the issue of the contract, even the ones given while I was there, they have not been paid. Yes, they have not been paid. So there is no partiality here except that we are underfunded. We don't have money. They have not been paid. That's why we moved the ongoing project to this year's budget so that they will be able to pay them.
Appropriated for 2023.
So, there's a record that money was released to her. But he will not let anybody accuse her of diverting any money. The point is that, yes, some people have not been paid because we don't have money. And we have moved them to this year. Don't accuse me of diverting money. But there is a record here. The money has been released to you. And you said you are only obeying the order of the principal. Who is the principal? Tifnumbu. I mean, who is going to go there and ask him? Mr. Tifnumbu, did you give your minister the approval to divert this money? Who is going to go ask? Well, she is right there in front of them, despite all the record. I mean, like something she admitted to before, before today. She admitted to it only to turn around, just make a 360-degree turn around like that. No, not even 360. It should be 180-degree because 360 means like just like to the same direction. No, she's making a total U-turn, like that the money, they are asking you about money paid to you, and people are not being paid. The contractors that were working for the ministry have not been paid, but the money has been paid to you. No. I will not take that allegation. No. Then what happened to the money? What happened is that we don't have money. But there is money paid. Nigeria. Here is another one. The former rubber stamp senator or senator president of Nigeria, rubber stamp Lawan, he's also talking about the insecurity as well as food shortages or food crisis food crisis in Nigeria. Something they all have something to say about. But there is a ministry though that will now come and take care of your. Anyway, listen.
That patience, tolerance is they are both elastic, but they are not eternally elastic. Our students are facing real hunger. I traveled to 2 states last week, in the north particularly, and I've seen firsthand how people, especially those who are neither in the civil service nor in any business, common everyday citizens, are suffering, fighting, struggling to have food at least once in a day. Under normal circumstances, Mr. President, in the rainy season, from maybe June up to September or October, when there will be harvest of new foodstuff, prices escalate. Prices of foodstuff. Now we don't even have. That's the truth. Mr. President, in today's national dailies, the executive arm of government is saying is considering reducing or removing taxes on imported foodstuff. Mr. President, here's the catch. This Senate must engage the executive immediately. What are the issues? Which taxes are they talking about? Because we should be seen to be doing the right thing. We have really little or nothing in our food reserve across the country. And nobody should come and tell us they will distribute foodstuff from our silos. The silos are empty, Mr. President. So it means we have to import food. And if we have to import, it means we need foreign exchange. And that is scarce. We have to engage with administration. We have to help the administration. Mr. President, we are the most vulnerable in the leadership arrangements of this country, members of the National Assembly. Everybody looks up to senators or members of the House of Reps. In fact, people see senators like the messiahs. Any problem, they say, go for a senator. So if we don't take immediate action, and our citizens, under this situation of increased fuel price, increased electricity price, increased everything, and we are yet to get the right measures to provide cushions for our citizens. We wouldn't like the kind of thing that we see in our streets. And it is time that we take every possible action together with the executive arm of government to ensure that food flood our country, the right food. Importation, government must be entirely responsible, because we cannot take people for granted for too long. We have come almost to the end of their patience. And I think the elasticity is now going to snap if we are not careful. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you. The same way you feel, and the same way we all feel, that Nigerians cannot suffer from hunger while the government has the capacity to ameliorate the situation. by removing import duties on all the food items, it's a way to flood the market and flood the country with food, with cheap and affordable food, so that nobody will say, because I paid tariff or I paid import duty or paid levies while bringing the food in, that's why I'm putting a high price on them. So that's only one step. The other aspect of it is that Senator Mustafa has just informed me that this morning he showed me videos of tens and tens of hundreds of trucks moving from Indorama and other places with fertilizer to see how we can take advantage of this window before the major rains ravage the situation, to plant things that are short-term based. So in your various senatorial districts, each senator, how many bags of fertilizer per senator? Huh? 1,200 will be given for immediate distribution across the senatorial district. So those things are moving now. The delay was as a result of the need to get the. So we must also assist our people to produce. Don't worry about it. If you don't have it, you tell your constituents they've not brought your own. It is not because the Senate President announced it that your house will be flooded to give fertilizer. But what I'm saying is, he has explained that it was because of approval, because of security reasons, they needed to be sure that the fertilizers will not enter into wrong hands. So, but they have started moving them today. And I'm saying in essence that we must find every means available to get to the farm. So, Distinguished Senator Alero, you may just make your contribution, then we go into the prayers.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Please.
Nuisance, Lele.
That is how they play you in Nigeria. And I believe that these guys, they actually believe that they are leading the country of fools. I'm convinced. Okay? You see, some of you are like, oh, they are using, they must be using voodoo on them. Oh, they must be too. That's a different one now, right? These guys, the way they actually see Nigeria is like they are leading a country of fools. Let me give you some background. You see that guy that first spoke? That's the immediate, past Senate president of Nigeria. The guy that was supposed to be the trump card of Buhari's cabal. He was running to be president, where they ended up taking the ticket from the person who won the primary to become the senator of their party. They took the ticket from him and gave to that guy. But you know that the last 1 week of that madman's time in the Senate, you know what they did? For 8 years, Buhari and Emefiole, they were printing money, shipping the money out of Nigeria, emptying the Nigeria Central Bank of whatever forex there was. Now, all of these were all in contravention of the Nigerian law, a lawless country though. The last 3 days of Buhari's time, Buhari mobilized $35 million cash. And they gave that madman 20 million of that cash in dollars to share among 109 senators in Nigeria. How did I know? We revealed that on this platform. When Bajabia Mole never finished the sitting of their National Assembly because the $15 million they gave to him to share among the 360 House of Representative members Gbajabiamila shared $3.59 million, $10,000 to them. They discovered later that Gbajabiamila actually collected $15 million from Boko Haram. What for? For them to move a motion and say all the money that Boko Haram already printed, borrowed without their approval. Printed money alone was 27.5 trillion naira. That madman and the rest of them, they just they approved everything to make it look like Boko Haram got the approval before he went to go and print the money. That madman. The result of that, this.
Bamai dan kutuma durun kutugulun warbalar kutugulun warbalar kutu warbalar bamai dan kutuma durun kutu wata bamai dan kutuma durun kutu wata bamai dan kutuma durun bamai dan kutuma durun.
People are more hungrier and poorer when the money that could have been used or the money that could have been invested in Nigeria on Nigerians were shared by these rogues, only to turn around and say, oh, we must be seen to be working. We must be seen to be doing something even when we are not doing anything. I'm showing you these faces so that when the casala bursts, make una know the fight, make two people know the fight over one person. You go to see all of your target, the criminals responsible for whatever you are facing today. Nigerians are starving because they are asking you to go to the farm and do whatever, right? But for those who have been to the farms, we'll keep reminding you their experiences.
Unu n'anya kita, unu yafu na ndolu anyị ha kochago nkita ta ngwa nezie na anya ka unu fuzi efi na anya n'imo ka unu fu efi unu afu efi niile ju ebe a kita ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ife n'imo unu nwa ka anyị na-agwa efi niile aju ebe a kita ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ihe n'ugbo na anya o efi ndị Fulani ọnya dịsi ihe niile na anya ọ na-emebili ndị mmadụ ihe everywhere ihe niile akọ na n'imo ọ na-emebisi ya na anya kunu fia na ụmụaka ada n'ife na-efe ebe a so na olugo na apani hancha niile hapụ na n'imo anyị achọzifa na be anyị na anya kunu fo efi ju ihe niile unu afụgo ya olugbo niile ndị mmadụ kọ ha na-emebisi ya na ka ha na-amụ ya mana nsogbu adịrọ ọ n'imo ekwuzi nke emekịta ha hapụ hancha niile akwani ebe ndị utu na-akọ ọlụ ka ha bịa kịta wee chile efi na-agagharị.
You can see I'm at one of the farms, and before I move to the next one, just look at before you say that they are not herdsmen, look at you say that they are the ones. See the way they scattered everything in this farm, everything. Look at somebody's sweat. Is this fair? Look at this is somebody's sweat. This is somebody's sweat, and the person's whole farmland is gone. Is this fair? Is this just? Is this okay? And our government, everybody is quiet. See the level. Just look at the level of damage that has been done to this farm. Is this fair? Is this fair? Is this nice? Should this be condoned? Please, me, as I'm here right now, I'm calling on government officials. I'm calling on all our representatives, community heads, our Beni Bay, all our honorables. So you guys, please, this is not fair. These women cannot farm like this, and then all their sweat is gone just like that. It's not fair. Nobody can take this kind of thing. Nobody. No human being Nobody can take this kind of thing. This is not fair at all. People should stop this herdsmen from these farmlands before we become so hungry that we don't have anything to eat again. Please, guys, please. This is not nice at all. This is not something that anybody should keep quiet. This is not the time for our leaders to keep quiet. This is not the time for our community heads and House of Rep members and House of Assembly and our governors to keep quiet. This is the time to spring into action. This situation should not be.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní orí oko. Àárọ̀ ibà ni àwọn brọ́dà mi dédé pè mí. Wọ́n ní kí n máa bọ̀ lóko. Wọ́n ní kí n wá wo irú iṣẹ́ tí àwọn Fúlàní darandaran tán ṣe kílẹ̀ tó mọ́. Oko ẹ̀gẹ́ ni bíi. Èmi mo dẹ̀ ní oko ẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn.